Class today we'll start our discussion on cost accounting. Okay, so class, our goal in cost accounting is to determine the product cost, okay, or cost of the product. The cost of the product may be the total cost or the unit cost. Pero actually, class, mas important sa atin yung unit cost. Bakit, sir? Because yung unit cost, or let's call it UC, okay, is the basis of our selling price. Right? Kasi, class, pag alam natin yung unit cost and we have a target markup, tama ba? Unit cost plus yung markup natin, yun yung selling price natin. Okay? So, that's why very important yung unit cost. Kasi yun yung makaka-determine ng selling price natin. And the selling price influences the demand for our product. Okay? Pag masyadong mataas yung selling price natin, well, mababa yung demand. Okay? Mababa yung sales natin. On the other hand, pag naman masyadong mababa yung selling price natin, baka hindi niya kaya makover yung cost or expenses natin. Therefore, baka yung product natin is not profitable. Okay? Kaya very important, class, yung malaman natin accurately how much yung unit cost. Again, unit cost affects our selling price, and the selling price affects the demand, therefore, the profitability of the product. So, ang goal natin in cost accounting is to appropriately determine, okay, kung how much yung unit cost natin for our product. Okay? Now, in cost accounting, we have two systems. Cost accounting systems. We have the job order costing and we have the process costing. So, ano yung difference ng dalawa na yan? Start muna tayo with job order. Job order costing, we deal with small volume, okay, unique and distinct products. Okay? Opposite naman sa process costing. When you say process costing, we're dealing with large volume, similar or identical products. Okay? Para mas malinaw, I'll give you examples. Dito muna tayo sa process costing. Tandaan mo lang, class, na pag process costing, kaya nating i-mass produce yung products. Okay? Mass production. For example, nagpo-produce tayo, nagma-manufacture tayo ng markers. Ayan. Markers, example yan ng process costing. Okay? Ano pa? Let's say paper. Okay? Paper, calculator, automobiles. Ayan. Sabay-sabay natin pinoproduce yan. Alright? Ang tawag natin dun is mass production. Okay? So again, kapag process costing, pag kaya nating sabay-sabay i-produce yung mga products, mas appropriate sa atin yung process costing. On the other hand, pag hindi natin kayang i-mass produce yung products natin, job order costing naman yan. Examples, let's say, nagko-construct tayo ng buildings, condominium buildings. So, di ba, hindi naman natin sabay-sabay ginagawa yan. Alright? What else? For example, class, aircrafts. Ayan, isa-isa lang yan. Gets? Okay. For example, personalized jewelries. Let's say yung binebenta natin o binamanufacture natin ng jewelries. For example, necklaces, may pwedeng lagyan ng pangalan ng customer. Personalized. So, ibig sabihin, hindi natin pwedeng sabay-sabay i-produce yun. Okay? Ang tawag natin doon, class, is job order costing. Okay? Sulitin ko. Pag kaya natin i-mass produce, kaya natin sabay-sabay i-produce yung products, process costing. Pag hindi naman, job order costing. Gets? Alright. Now, class, our discussion in cost accounting will be divided into 4. Number 1, syempre, start muna tayo sa job order. Number 2, process costing. Number 3, after that, we discussed joint and byproduct costing. And number 4, last one is JIT or backflash. Ayan. JIT or backflash costing. Okay, so class, yung cost accounting, actually, mas appropriate yan for manufacturing companies. Okay? Hindi sa merchandising. Mas appropriate siya for manufacturing companies. And pag tinignan natin class yung balance sheet of manufacturing companies, meron siyang inventory na 3 types. Okay? It has raw materials or direct materials. Okay? Meron siyang work in process and finished goods. Okay? And pag tinignan mo yung WIP and finished goods yan, yung cost niyan is composed of 3. It has raw materials or direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. Ayan. Actually, alam nyo na yan because natutunan nyo na yan in MAS. Okay? Actually, yun yung overlap ng AFAR and MAS, yung cost accounting portion. Right? Sige. Now, syempre, job order muna yung i-discuss natin. Okay? So, class, in order to properly understand job order costing, yung best way dito is to review the journal entries. Okay? So, isahin natin. Number 1, first entry is, bili muna tayo ng materials. Debit raw materials inventory. So, pwede mong gamitin raw materials or direct materials. So, let's call it raw materials. Credit accounts payable. So, ito yung entry natin upon purchase. Okay? So, for example, class, job order, di ba? So, example, nagtatayo tayo ng condominium building. So, job order costing yun. Bili muna tayo ng materials. Debit raw materials inventory, credit accounts payable. Now, pag ginamit natin yan, okay, yung raw materials, entry natin is debit WIP, credit raw materials inventory. So, ito yung upon usage of raw materials. Alright? So, yung first 2 entries natin, ito yung para sa raw materials. Number 3, labor naman tayo. Okay? Debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable. Ayan. Ito yung direct labor natin. Okay? So, yung DL, so paano yan? Multiply mo lang yung actual rate, kung magkano binabayad natin dun sa mga laborers natin, okay? Times yung actual hours. For example, 500 pesos per hour. Times mo sa, kunwari, ang nagawa nila is 200 hours. So, multiply natin yun. We get the salaries expense, the labor. Okay? And then after that, yan class, i-charge natin yan into WIP. Okay? Debit WIP, credit salaries expense. Got it? So, debit salaries expense, okay? Ni-credit natin, chinarge natin into WIP. Parang kanina sa raw materials. Nag-debit muna tayo, and then chinarge natin into WIP. Sa labor naman, nag-debit muna tayo salaries expense, then chinarge natin into WIP. Okay? So, these are your entries for direct labor. Isa lang, overhead na lang. To simplify, assume natin na may 3 lang na overhead yung company natin. Debit depreciation expense, okay? Debit utilities expense, ano pa? Debit rent expense. Ayan. Credit, ano yung mga partners yan? For depreciation expense, you have accumulated depreciation. Utilities expense, we have utilities payable. Okay? Rent expense, we have rent payable. So, yun yung entry natin. This is your entry upon incurrence of your OH. Ito yung actual cost natin. Actual overhead. Right? Ulitin ko, debit depreciation expense, utilities, rent expense, and then yung partner credits yan, accumulated depreciation, utilities payable, and rent payable. Yung entry natin upon incurrence of overhead. Okay? Next, number 6. So, similar to raw materials and direct labor, i-charge natin yan into, so instead of WIP, ang charge mo dyan class is OH control. OH control. Okay? Debit OH control, credit depreciation expense, credit utilities expense, okay, credit rent expense. Ayan. So, ulitin ko, ito yung actual overhead cost. So far, so good? Okay. So, meron tayong materials, labor, so lagay ko dito OH. Actually, ito OH din siya. Okay. Ang debit mo dyan is OH control. Okay. Sir, bakit ganun? Sa raw materials, WIP. Okay? Sa DL, WIP. Bakit sir sa overhead, OH control? Actually, meron pa tayong isang entry. Number 7, debit WIP, credit OH applied. Okay? OHA. OH applied. Alright? So, yung OH applied class, tandaan mo, ito yung charge natin sa WIP, ito yung standard cost natin. Okay? Di ba sa MAS, meron kang standard costing. Ano nga ba yun? Di ba meron kang standard rate times standard hours. Do you remember? Okay. So, take note, ang pumapasok sa WIP natin is the standard cost, hindi yung actual cost. Got it? Remember that. Ang pumapasok sa WIP natin, yung standard cost and not the actual cost. Got it? Okay. Number 8, para mas malinaw. Every December 31, okay, kailangan natin i-reflect yung actual cost, actual overhead cost. Therefore, may closing entry tayo dyan. Pakita ko sa inyo. Closing entry natin, since a normal balance OH applied is a credit, i-debit natin yan. Debit OH applied. Ito naman, debit yung normal balance, we credit OH control. Ngayong class, may difference yan. Kasi ito, standard cost, ito naman, actual cost. So, meron silang difference. Difference may be a debit or a credit. Okay? Let's say yung difference class is a credit. Okay? Sir, saan natin i-charge yung difference na yan? Depende. If the difference is immaterial, or ibang term na ginagamit is insignificant, or if the difference is material or significant. Okay? So class, if immaterial or insignificant yung difference, sinasabi naman sa problem yan, okay, i-charge mo yan sa cost of goods sold. Got it? Kapag material naman or significant yung difference ng OH applied and OH control, i-allocate mo yung difference into 3. Okay? Allocate mo into WIP, finished goods, and cost of goods sold. Ayan. Alright? Now, ang tawag natin dito, class, pag gumagamit ka ng OH applied, okay? Kapag gumagamit ka ng standard costing, ang tawag natin dyan is normal costing. Okay? Meron kasi tayong two types, no? Meron tayong actual costing and we have normal costing. So, ano yung difference yan? So, again, basta meron kang OH applied, basta may standard cost ka, normal costing tawag doon. Pag hindi ka gumagamit ng OH applied, actual costing yung tawag doon. Pag silent yung problem, normal costing yung i-apply natin. Okay? Because, ganito kasi yung difference yan. Imagine mo meron kang timeline. This is January 1. This is December 31. Okay? Sabi ko earlier, very important yung cost of the product. Tama? Unit cost. Kasi marami siyang effect. Okay? Basically, sa profitability ng product natin. Kapag actual costing kasi, okay? Kapag actual costing, hihintayin mo pa up to December 31 kung how much yung actual overhead natin. Yung total overhead. Hihintayin mo pa hanggang December 31. For let's say, January 1 yun. Kailangan mo lang iset yung selling price ng product. Pag actual costing, kailangan mo pa maghintay ng end of the year para makapag-set ka ng maayos ng selling price. Okay? Kasi based sa actual cost eh. Alright? Unlike pag normal costing, dito pa lang, alam mo na kung ano yung overhead natin. Okay? Kasi gumagamit tayo ng standard cost. Okay? Kaya class, mas okay na gamitin, actually in practice yan yung ginagamit, yung normal costing than actual costing. Okay? So, in the board exam, actually, pag silent yung problem, normal costing yung gagamitin natin. Alright? Now, take note na ang importance sa atin, again, is determination of the unit cost. Paano, sir, kino-compute yung unit cost? Dito natin siya ilagay. Dito sa gitna. Okay? Yung unit cost is computed as, actually, total mo yung WIP, yung tatlong WIP na yan, over number of units. Okay? Yung numerator mo is WIP, denominator mo is number of units, yun yung unit cost natin. Got it? Okay. Okay, so last one before we go to our exercises. Sige, so class, ang favorite na itanong pag job order costing is the computation of the cost of goods manufactured and cost of goods sold. So alam niyo to kasi I believe na na-discuss na to in MAS. Pero let's i-recap lang natin, no? So, computation of cost of goods manufactured, cost of goods sold. Okay, so dapat alam nyo to by heart. So, we have, lagyan natin dito, COGM or cost of goods manufactured / cost of goods sold. Saan ka mag-start class? Direct materials used or raw materials used. Ito yan. Yung journal entry number 2 natin. Plus direct labor. Okay, plus overhead. Yan siya. You have the total manufacturing cost. Tama? Total manufacturing cost plus WIP beginning minus WIP end. Okay, ang tawag natin dito is cost of goods manufactured. So, ingat ka, yan. Laging tinatanong sa boards yan pag job order. Plus FG beginning minus FG end, you have cost of goods sold. Alright? So, ang technique lang dito, class, sa job order, magti-T account tayo. Tatlong T account yan. Meron kang T account sa raw materials, you have a T account for WIP, and you have a T account for FG. Alright? So, ganun lang siya. Okay, so apply natin, class. Yung sinulat ko sa board, huwag natin ito i-erase para at least maka-refer tayo dyan. Let's go to our problems. Let's go to problem number 1. Okay, problem number 1. Okay, so get your handouts. We have 4 questions for problem number 1. Okay, first question is, what is the amount of direct materials purchased? Okay, yung purchase natin, again, pwedeng iba yan sa ginamit natin. Alright? Pero syempre may instances din na equal sila. Pero most of the time, hindi equal yan. Question number 2, what is the direct labor cost charged to production during the year? And then question number 3, what is the cost of goods manufactured during the year? And what is the cost of goods sold during the year? Okay. O sir, paano natin sasagutan yan? So sige, basahin muna natin, class, yung problem, yung given. Selected cost data concerning the past fiscal years operations of Crystal Manufacturing are presented below. Ayan, so meron tayong inventories, materials, WIP, and finished goods. So meron tayong beginning, and then may ending. Ano agad unang may isip yan? Mag-TT account tayo later. Right? Okay, so first bullet, materials used, 326. Basically, ito yan. Yung second entry natin. Number 2, total manufacturing cost charged to production during the year, including direct materials, labor, and overhead, 686,000. Ito siya. Total manufacturing cost. Right? Actually, class, pagka total manufacturing cost, pwede mong isipin na ito yung cost incurred during the year. Okay? Cost incurred during the year. Okay? Next. Cost of goods available for sale is 826,000 and selling and general expenses, 25,000. What is the amount of direct materials purchased during the year? Okay, so ganito lang gagawin ko dyan, class. Direct materials purchased, meron akong T account for raw materials. Lagay ko dyan yung beginning balance. We have 75. And then, we have 85,000 ending. Tama? And then, sabi dyan sa first bullet, materials used 326. Obviously, it's a credit. Actually, pwede ka rin mag-refer dun sa entry natin. Pag ginamit na natin, credit na siya. Okay? Purchased is this one. Solve for X. Okay? So, let's solve for X. Tingnan natin. 85,000 plus 326 minus 75,000. Answer natin, class, is 336,000. Letter C. Letter C for question number 1. Let's go to question number 2. Okay, what is the direct labor cost charged to production during the year? So, ito yung question 1. Question 2 natin. What is the direct labor cost charged to production during the year? Sabi dun sa second bullet, total manufacturing cost charged to production, materials, labor, and overhead, 686,000. So, ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Alam natin yung total manufacturing cost. And since alam natin yung formula, yung total manufacturing cost, yung tatlo na yan yung components, okay? Ganito gagawin ko dyan. Direct materials used, or raw materials used, direct labor, and overhead. Alam ko yung raw materials used. Actually, given siya sa first bullet, 326,000. Okay? Tama ba, class, yung total manufacturing cost dun sa bullet number 2 is 686. Therefore, 686 minus 686 minus 326, you have 360,000. Tama ba, class, yung total ng DLNOH, 360,000? Tama? Okay. And then, according to the second bullet, factory overhead applied at the rate of 60% of direct labor cost. Okay, so ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. 360,000, pag dinivide ko siya by 1.6, okay, 360 divided by 1.6, I get 225,000. 225,000 is actually my direct labor. Okay? So, yung 360, pag dinivide mo siya into 2, okay, breakdown natin siya, 225 yung direct labor natin yan. Ulitin ko 360 divide ko by 1.6. Double check natin. 360 divided by 1.6, 225 minus 360, yung OH natin is 135,000. Okay. Now, to double check, 135 divided by 225, makukuha mo dyan class is 60%, which is, sabi dyan, factory overhead applied at the rate of 60% of direct labor cost. Okay, so ito yung materials, labor, and overhead. Ano yung tanong sa question 2? What is the direct labor cost? Answer is 225,000, letter C. Okay, question number 3. What is the cost of goods manufactured during the year? So based dito sa formula natin, it's just WIP beginning plus total manufacturing cost minus WIP end, you have the cost of goods manufactured. Actually class, yung cost of goods manufactured, pwede natin computein yan using T account. Okay? So kanina nag-T account tayo sa raw materials, pag COGM na yung tanong, WIP naman yung T account natin. Beginning balance is 80,000 and then ending balance natin is 30,000. So class, take note, ang papasok dyan sa debit is our total manufacturing cost. So yung 686 na yan, pupunta yan dito sa debit natin. Okay? Solve for X. X is equal to, so 80 plus 686 minus 30,000, you have 736,000. Cost of goods manufactured. Question number 3, answer is letter A, 736,000. Okay. Class, pwede mong isipin na yung cost of goods manufactured, iyan yung additional finished goods during the year. Okay, so lagyan natin dito. Additional finished goods during the year. Okay? And then last item class is what is the cost of goods sold? So ganito gagawin ko dyan. Meron tayong FG. Ito yung question number 4. FG beginning is 90,000. FG end, we have 110,000. Sabi ko class, yung cost of goods manufactured, yun yung additional finished goods during the year. Ibig sabihin, dito siya papasok sa debit. 736,000. Solve for X sa credit. Okay, 90,000 plus 736,000 minus 110, you get 716,000. 716,000, answer natin for question number 4 is letter A. Okay. Easy. Dali lang, di ba? So, ganun na class ng technique dyan. So, again, pag job order costing, ito yung kailangan mo tandaan. No? Computation of cost of goods manufactured and cost of goods sold. Ang technique dyan is we use T accounts. Alright? Raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. Okay. Let's go to problem number 2. Problem number 2, tignan natin yung mga questions class. What is the total manufacturing cost for 2021? What is the cost of goods manufactured? Okay, what is the cost of goods sold? What is the gross profit? And what are the cost of work in process and finished goods on December 31 respectively? Okay, so again class, puro ganyan lang ang tatanong sa'yo kapag job order costing. Okay, so tingnan natin class. For this problem, actually, maraming products yan. So tingnan natin. Let's read the given. Judy Inc. is employing normal costing for its job orders. So tanda mo class, kapag silent yung problem, normal costing yung assumption natin. The overhead is applied using a predetermined overhead rate. And the following information relate to the company for the year ended December 31. We have 3 jobs here. 3 products or 3 jobs. Job number 101, 102, and 103. Okay? Now, job in process, January 1, 2021. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Job in process, January 1. Tama ba? WIP beginning yan. Tama? So, lagay mo dyan, WIP beginning. Direct materials, labor, and overhead. Okay? Meron tayong 101, 102, and 103. Take note class, 0 si 103. Wala siyang WIP beginning. So, most likely, si 103, in-start lang siya this year. Okay? Cost added during 2021. So, meron tayong materials, labor, and overhead. Plus, pag sinabing cost added during 2021, ano yun, class? It is the total manufacturing cost. Sabi ko kanina, total manufacturing cost, yun yung cost incurred during the year or yung cost added during, in this case, 2021. Got it? Okay. So, meron diyang naka-question mark yung factory overhead. Alright? Now, if the problem is silent, okay, yung basis ng overhead natin is the labor. Okay? Tandaan mo yun. parang sa MAS yan. Di ba usually class yung overhead natin ang tawag doon, cost driver, tama? Cost driver is also direct labor hours. Sometimes, or most of the time, okay? So, syempre, pwedeng iba yan. Pero for AFAR, okay, yun yung assumption natin. Overhead is based on your labor. Kung titingin ka class dun sa WIP beginning natin, overhead natin is 30,000, labor is 60,000. So, lumalabas 50% for job 101. Sa job 102, 20,000 yung overhead, labor is 40,000, 50% din, okay? So, we can compute for the overhead for job 101. So, lagay natin dyan, 100,000 yung labor times 50%, write it down. Factory overhead for job 101 is 50,000, okay? For job 102 naman, 200,000 times 50%, you have 100,000. And then job 103, 400,000 labor times 50%, you have 200,000. Okay. So, class, add natin yung cost, okay, for job 101. Materials 20, labor 100, overhead is 50. So, write it down, 170,000 for job 101. For job 102 naman, we have 10,000 materials, labor is 200, 100 for overhead, write it down, 310,000. And then job 103, 100,000 plus 400,000 plus 200,000, lagay mo dyan, 700,000 for job 103. Okay, let's go to the bullet points. Actual overhead for the year amounted to 350,000. Okay, so actual overhead for the year amounted to 350,000. Jobs number 101 and 102 were completed and transferred to finished goods during the year. Okay, job 101 was sold during year 2021 and the gross profit rate is 20% based on cost. Okay, so tama ba class? Si job 101, so lagay natin dito, si job 101, okay, sabi dyan, nabenta siya, tama? So cost of goods sold to. Cost of goods sold yan. Si job 102 naman, sabi sa second bullet, were completed and transferred to finished goods. Pero hindi sinabi na nabenta siya. So finished goods yan. Right? Si job 103, walang sinabi sa kanya. So, ibig sabihin, WIP pa rin si job 103. Got it? Okay. So, kasi tingnan natin yung question 1. What is the total manufacturing cost for 2021? Total manufacturing cost is just your cost incurred during the year. So, si job 101, tama ba kasi 101, yung total manufacturing cost niya is 170. Na total natin to earlier, materials, labor plus overhead. Si 102 naman, 310. Okay, and then si 103, 700,000. So, take note class, inad ko lang yung cost added during 2021. Okay, ang tawag natin doon, total manufacturing cost. Okay, so let's add 170 plus 310 plus 700, you get 1,180,000. Total manufacturing cost, 1,180,000. Letter boy. Letter B. Okay, question number 2. What is the cost of goods manufactured? Okay, sabi ni sir, pag cost of goods manufactured, mag-T account lang ako dyan ng WIP. Okay, so mag-WIP tayo dito. And then, alam nating class na yung total manufacturing cost, dagdag dito yan. Right? 1,180,000. And then, yung hanapin natin is credit side. Lagay natin yung beginning and ending. Class, meron ba tayong beginning work in process? Yes, meron. Nakita niyo dyan si job 101 and 102, yung WIP beginning natin. Okay, add natin silang lahat. So, si job 101, doon ka sa table, doon sa first na given, meron siya materials 40, and then labor 60, factory overhead 30, lagay mo dyan 130,000. So, yung WIP beginning natin, lagay natin dito. WIP beginning, dalawa yan eh, si 101 and si 102. Si 101 na total natin class is 130,000. And then, si 102 naman, we have 30,000 plus 40 plus 20,000, you have 90,000. Okay? 90,000, so 130 plus 90,000, you get 220,000. So, lagay natin dito class, WIP beginning natin is 220,000. Ayan. So, WIP end na lang, then, solve na natin yung problem. Sir, paano natin malalaman yung WIP end dyan? Okay, so yung WIP end natin, ito siya. Tatlo lang naman yung jobs natin, tama? Obviously, si 101 and 102, hindi sila WIP. Kasi si 101 nabenta na, 102 FG siya. Ang WIP natin is only job 103. Okay? So yung WIP end natin, job 103. Okay, so compute natin yung cost niya. Obviously, wala siyang WIP beginning. Okay, meron siyang, tama ba, yung 700,000? Okay, actually, ito yun. Yun yung WIP end natin. Yun yung cost of job 103. 700,000. Let's solve for X. Okay, X is equal to, so 220 plus 180 minus 700,000, you get 700,000. Alright? Answer natin for question number 2 is boy, 700,000. Question number 3, what is the cost of goods sold? Okay, sabi ni sir, pag cost of goods sold, i-account lang ako ng finished goods. Okay? So yung cost of goods manufactured natin, punta siya sa debit. And then, meron ba sinabi dito class na beginning finished goods? Parang wala, no? Pag walang sinabi, obviously, 0 lalagay natin dyan. 0 yung beginning, and then yung ending natin, based dito sa analysis natin, si job 102 yung finished goods natin. Alright? So si job 102, meron siyang, lagay natin dito, si job 102, okay, yung cost niya sa WIP, beginning, alright, tama ba, 90,000 ito yun, 90,000. And then, during the month, ito, nagdagdag tayo ng manufacturing cost, total manufacturing cost na 310,000. Therefore, yung total cost of job 102 is 400,000. Nakuha niyo ba yung class? Okay? Kailangan natin kasi malaman how much yung ending finished goods. And we know, si job 102 yung finished goods. Okay? Si job 102, yung beginning balance niya, 90,000. Right? Tapos, dinagdagan natin ng 310 during the year, in total manufacturing cost, ayun, 400,000. That's the ending balance of our finished goods. Okay, let's solve for X. X natin yung cost of goods sold. 700 minus 400, you get 300,000. Answer natin class for question number 3 is boy, 300,000. Alright. Let's go to number 4. What is the gross profit? Okay, what is the gross profit? So class, kung pupunta ka dun sa bullet number 4, the gross profit rate is 20% based on cost. Ganito yung class. Kung ano yung basis mo, yun yung 100%. I don't know, itaturo ko na yan, pero ganun yan ha. So meron tayong sales. Okay, gross profit yung tanong, tama? Minus cost of goods sold, you have gross profit. Ganito technique dyan. Sabi dyan, the gross profit rate is 20% based on cost. Kung saan siya based, yun yung 100%. Dahil based on cost siya, ang 100% mo is the cost of goods sold. Okay? 20% yung GP, therefore yung sales natin is 120%. Alright? If naman ang nakalagay dyan, gross profit rate is 20% based on sales. Pag ganun, 100% si sales, 80% si cost of goods sold, 20% si GP. Okay? So, ingat yung technique doon. Kung saan siya based, yun yung 100%. Okay? So, paano natin i-apply yan? Well, alam natin yung cost of goods sold na 300,000. Tama? Kung 300,000 to, ang tanong sa atin is gross profit. So, class, kung 100% yung 300,000, paano mo makuha yung sales? Tama ba? Ganito lang siya. 300,000 times natin sa 1.2, 360,000. Okay, 360 minus 300, you have 60,000. Answer natin is boy, gross profit, 60,000. Got it? Ngayong class, dito okay lang yan kasi based on cost 100% times 1.2, 360. 360 minus 300, gross profit is 60,000. What if based on sales siya? Ito naman yun. 80% si cost of goods sold. Plus kung 80% si cost of goods sold, paano makuha yung 100%? I-divide mo naman by 0.8. Nakuha mo yung difference. Okay? Kanina, minultiply natin by 1.2. Pagka naman based on sales, di-divide mo by 0.8. Kaya iba yung treatment nila. Okay? So, ang technique, lagay mo muna sales minus cost of goods sold, you have the gross profit, and then tingnan mo kung ano yung basis ng markup or gross profit. In this case, ang basis is cost of goods sold, therefore, yun yung 100%. 100%, 20%, therefore, this is 120%. If based on sales, sales mo yung 100%, 20%, this is 80%. Okay? Question number 5, what are the cost of work in process and the cost of finished goods? Actually, nasa T account lang natin yan. So yung work in process natin is 700,000, yung ending, finished goods natin, 400. Question number 5, answer is boy, 700,000 and 400,000. Okay. So easy lang, di ba? Paulit-ulit lang yung questions kapag job order costing. Okay, so let's go to problem number 3. Okay, problem number 3, tignan natin. Actually, meron tayong 6 jobs for problem number 3. Hindi ko i-erase yung class para nakaka-refer tayo sa entries natin as well as dun sa cost of goods manufactured formula natin. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. The cost of goods manufactured would be, okay, solve na rin natin yung cost of goods sold and kung ano man yung iba natin masasolve yan. Okay, let's read the given. Josephine Company uses a job order cost system. The following data were obtained from the company's cost records as of June 30. No jobs were in process at the beginning of June. Ano ibig sabihin ng class? No jobs were in process at the beginning of June. Ibig sabihin, wala tayong WIP beginning. Tama lang? So, wala tayong WIP beginning for this problem. Okay. All costs listed being incurred during the month. Okay. So, job order number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Direct materials. Okay. Meron tayong direct labor hours and direct labor cost. Alright. And then, manufacturing overhead costs are charged to jobs based on 1.5 pesos per direct labor hour. Yun yung overhead rate natin, okay? Yun yung standard cost natin. The actual manufacturing overhead totaled 30,350. Actual overhead, ito yun, di ba? Ito yung actual, ito yung standard. Okay, again, ano yung pupunta sa WIP? Yung standard. Pag silent yung problem, standard costing tayo or normal costing. Pag sinabing standard costing, normal costing din yun ha. Magkamukha lang ibig sabihin nun. Okay, during June, job orders number 101, 102, 104, 105 were completed or FG sila. Jobs 1001 and 02 were shipped out and the customers were billed na. So, nabenta si 1 and si 2. Okay, so ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Gagawin ko dyan, meron tayong 6 jobs, tama? Si 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And then, lagay natin yung materials, direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. Okay? So, direct materials, ikakopy ko lang class yun nasa table para at least mas organize yung solution natin. Pero, ayan. So, add lang natin lahat yan. 3225, 65, and 2750. Okay? So, compute with me. Total natin yung direct materials. 4320 plus 9150 plus 11275 plus 3225 plus 65 plus 2750. So, write it down. 37220. Nakuha niyo yung class, yung total natin. For materials, 37220. Compute din natin yung total ng labor. Dun sa third na or fourth na column, 16, cost 10 tama? 7260 or 7250. Okay? We have 14325. We have 28. Okay? 61 and 1650. So, adding natin class yan, 16 plus 7250 plus 14325 plus 28 plus 61 and 1650. So, write it down, 33725. Okay. And then, overhead naman, class, huwag mong gagamitin yun sa second bullet. Di ba nakalagay dyan, actual manufacturing overhead, total 30,000. Huwag mong gagamitin yun. Ang gagamitin natin is normal costing. Okay? Yung standard cost natin. Which is, sabi sa first bullet, 1.5 pesos per direct labor hour. Compute natin. 1,300 hours for job 1 times 1.5, you should get 1,950. Okay? For job 2, 3,700 direct labor hours times 1.5, 5,550. Okay? Job number 3, 8,200 times 1.5, 12,300. Job number 4, 1.5 times 1.5, 2,250. Job number 5, you have 3,2 times 1.5, 4,800. And then, job 6, 980 times 1.5, times 1.5, you have 1,470. Okay, total nga natin class, 1,950 plus 5,550 plus 12,3. Okay, plus 2,250 plus 4,8 plus 1,470, you get 28,320. Tama? 28,320. Okay. Sige. So, next. Tingnan natin class kung ano yung classification nila. Okay? Tama ba according to bullet number 3, si 101 o 1001, 2, 4, and 5 completed na daw. So, finished goods sila. Tama? And pag tingnan mo yung bullet number 4, si 1 and si 2 nabenta na. Okay? So, cost of goods sold yan. So, lagay natin dito, si 1, cost of goods sold, si 2, cost of goods sold. Okay? Ibig sabihin, si 4 and 5, hindi pa sila nabebenta, finished goods sila. Does that make sense? Okay? And then, walang minention kay 3 and si 6. Ibig sabihin, work in process sila. Yun. Okay, so, pwede na natin sagutan yan. Cost of goods manufactured, tama? So, ang gawin natin, pag cost of goods manufactured, magti-T account tayo. Actually, solve na rin natin yung cost of goods sold. Okay? Para mas marami tayong masagot. Actually, kaya natin sagutin dito yung cost of goods sold pala. So, WIP, and then meron tayong FG. Okay, so class, add natin yan. Compute natin yung cost of goods sold muna. Add natin to compute for the cost of goods sold. Okay? 4,320 plus 9,150 plus labor 1,600 plus 7,250 plus overhead 1,950 plus 5,550. Cost of goods sold natin is 29,820. Okay? 29,820. Compute natin class yung work in process natin. Bali, ito yung total natin. Okay? Work in process, 11,275 plus 14,325 plus 12,3. Okay? Plus 2,750 plus 1,650 plus 1,470. Ayan. 43,770. So, WIP natin, 43,770. In-add ko lang to yung 1,003 and 1,006. Okay. Tama? Yes. And then yung finished goods, add natin yung dalawa na yan. 1,004 and 1,005. Yung materials muna, 3,225 plus 6,500 plus 2,800 plus 6,100. Okay? Plus 2,250 plus 4,800. You get 25,675. Ito yung finished goods natin. Okay. So, ang tanong sa ating class is, the cost of goods manufactured, meron ba tayong WIP beginning? Wala. Kasi sabi dyan sa third sentence, no jobs were in process. And then WIP end natin, na-compute natin class, is 43,770. Right? And then, kailangan natin malaman ano yung total manufacturing cost natin. Class, how much yung total manufacturing cost natin? Actually, add mo lang yung tatlo na yan. Does that make sense? Kasi ito yung cost na na-incur natin during the period. Cost incurred during the year, yun yung total manufacturing cost. So, pag in-add natin yan, okay, 37,220 plus 33,725 plus 28,320, you get 99,265. 99,265, dito siya pupunta. Okay. Therefore, solve for x. 99,265 minus 43,770. Answer natin dito, class, is 55,495. 55,495, answer is boy. Okay. Ganun siya. Double check din natin, class, kung consistent yung sagot natin. Tama ba, finished goods natin is 25,675. So, lagay natin siya dito. 25,675. And then, wala tayong beginning balance ng finished goods kasi wala naman sinabi sa problem. Cost of goods manufactured, alam natin, it increases your finished goods during the year. So, 55,495. Let's solve for x. Cost of goods sold natin should be 55,495 minus 25,675, 29,820, cost of goods sold, which is this one. Ayun, consistent naman. Okay? Ayan. So, ito yung answer natin. Letter B, 55,495. Pero if you want to compute for the cost of goods sold, ayan. So, consistent naman yung sagot natin. Alright. Okay, so that's for problem number 3. Before we go to problem number 4, let's have a short break.